Last time on Wasteland Active Radio. You gonna be okay, kid? Jeez, you're burning up.
His IV ran out again. His stump isn't bleeding, and the stim packs have definitely taken care of his other injuries. Unless... Oh, shit. He might be about to crash.
Look at that over the doorway. The river provides. Huh. That's...
I don't know how I survived. The tornado threw me far from Station Hill, and somehow I didn't die. When I came to, I had a concussion, cracked ribs, and my entire body hurt. After about a week, I ran into a band of slavers. I fought them off as best I could, but with only a knife in hand, I was overwhelmed and they slapped that collar around my neck.
Right. That night kid and I fought for 3 days in the woods. I had him lined up for a killing blow, but he kept a knife hidden in his boot. He tossed his knife, narrowly missing me, but that one moment of distraction was all it took for him to get away. That rat fink, Garrett. Seeing what they were doing, and seeing that they bought Sterling, that's when I knew that I had bigger fish to fry. Bloody Shannon and her raiders were too dangerous. I had to take them down, still do. So, I infiltrated them and began working on a plan to destroy them and get Sterling out. After getting you out, my ties to the Dashwoods are truly cut. But you know a whole hell of a lot more about medicine than any other 19-year-old that I've met. Kind of like Johnny with his robots and computers. Where'd you learn all this stuff?
Well, all the stuff about medicine and all that, I learned back home in the vault. It had a massive library of medical textbooks, both hard copy and digital. My mom and I spent a lot of time combing through the library while she was looking for a cure for what was wrong with her. I thought I'd get bored of reading all that stuff, especially with how complicated it was. But I wanted to help. Mom's condition was getting worse. She could barely stand sometimes. So behind my back, she got a group together to find a slave with a similar body type as mine. They killed her, burnt her up. We implanted her body a week after my mom locked me in my room. But I've only ever lived around other raiders. I don't know what the fuck to do around other people. Shit. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. We're just traveling together. What the fuck do you care?
That's it. I've got it. After we're safe, how about you join my show? You'll be heading to a small settlement southeast of here called Little Drink. It's a decently defended town that focuses on trade. They see a lot of different folks traveling through, so they shouldn't be too perturbed by you being there. Wait a second, you're making it sound like you're not going. You're right. We'll go our separate ways here.
Sir?
I'm just a civilian now, Major. Lieutenant General Houndstooth died in Station Hill alongside General Taft. Are we there yet?
You've been asking that every hour for the past 3 days! We are not there, and if you keep whining, you will never get there!
The sweet sounds of an annoyed Atlas. I swear it's better than any chem out there.
Hello.
You gotta learn to appreciate the simple things in life, Dave.
If I knew you'd be this obnoxious, I'd have stitched your mouth closed when you were asleep.
This is only the beginning of his irritating hijinks. Days like these make me wish I'd crushed his throat when I had the chance.
That's not very nice, guys. But, Crispy, could you tone it down a little bit?
All right. But only because you asked, Johnny.
Thank you. You know, we've made some pretty good progress these past few days. I wonder how close we're getting.
According to that wretch's map, we should be near the town of Little Drink. I wouldn't be surprised if we found it in the next few days.
I agree. Despite the setbacks, we made decent time.
Speaking of setbacks, how are you guys feeling?
No worse than normal.
I'm fine.
Hello.
Well, I've got to hand it to you. I haven't felt this great since before we were captured.
Jesus Christ, kid.
What? Was that a joke? Are you seriously joking about being dismembered?
If I didn't, I'd be miserable.
That doesn't seem healthy.
It's a coping mechanism.
That's right. Besides, I need to arm myself with enough jokes to make up for a lack of weaponry.
Hello.
What can I say? He learned from the best.
The best at hiding from his problems.
Hey, do you guys think Houndstooth will be alright?
Not gonna lie, I've had that on the back of my mind, too.
He'll be okay. He's been a legend among the Dashwoods for doing exactly what he's doing now. Houndstooth has been infiltrating raider camps and slaver compounds for literal decades, and he's always come out on top.
You seem too keen on letting Houndstooth abandon the Dashwoods.
It's complicated. After talking with him, I could tell he's been looking for a way out for a long time now. I don't know the intimate details, but it sounds kind of like his friendship with the General was strained, to say the least. As for the Dashwoods, well, we've got the same goals in the end. Whether or not he likes it, he'll always be an ally to the Dashwoods.
I guess that's good enough for me.
After everything he did for us? I still don't like just leaving him to deal with Cutler and the rest of the clans by himself.
He'll be okay. I know it. As for us, well, how are we doing on supplies?
Yeah, that's a good point. What do we have left?
I've got a few bottles of water, the Cap's Houndstooth left with us, an extra mag, a can of dog food, and a sock. Hello.
We'll get you some more jerky when we get to Little Drink. Dave doesn't have anything. As for me, I've got a bottle of water, a box of gumdrops, and a stim pack.
I've got 3 feet of gauze, a bottle of peroxide, a stim pack, 2 bags of Radaway, a can of cram, and some surgical tubing.
I have a robot on my back, an empty jug of water, some iodine tablets, a bone of unknown origin, and a robot on my back.
I don't have a pack, but I am missing something.
Johnny, I swear if you say you're missing your arm.
It's my arm.
Are you sure you don't have a headache?
No. Why would I? Ow!
You literally had about 8 pounds of flesh and bone surgically removed from your body. Even the hardest raiders I've dealt with never joked this much about losing a limb.
I'm not happy about losing my arm. I just don't know how to deal with it right now. We're not safe, so jokes are about the best I can do.
Just lay off a bit.
All right. But did you really have to slap me upside my head?
You kinda had it coming, Johnny. Either way, no hitting. Siobhan, you're grounded for hitting Johnny. No TV for a week. Johnny, stop joking about your arm or I'm taking your holotape player.
Huh? The fuck is he talking about?
I don't have a holotape player. Do I?
All right, everybody. That's enough fooling around for now. We need to keep up our pace or we're never going to make it to Little Drink.
The Major is correct. Your shenanigans are costing us valuable time. If you don't, you'll all be dealing with far worse than a slap upside the head.
Motion detected.
What?
Holy crap. Bucket, what the hell are you doing?
Maintenance required.
Now I've got all this murderous rage and nothing to do with it!
Don't worry, Bucket. Once we get to Little Drink, I'll make sure to fix you up as best as I can. Also, it'll give me a chance to look at those nifty new arms of yours.
Yes! Whew, yes. These arms function.
They do?
Again, yes. While pinned down by the Wire Clan raiders, I affixed them to my arms and set them to shoot whenever I say the word punch.
Ah!
Blast it all!
Could somebody please turn that robot off?
By all means, do blame this all on me. I'm here by choice after all.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that was as close to sarcasm as Bucket's ever gonna get. Johnny, think you can do anything?
No worries. Bucket, Protocol 00.
Acknowledged. Deactivating all non-essential systems. Entering maintenance mode. Wake me never.
Bucket should be a bit more manageable now.
That would have given you more than a nasty sunburn if you were still picking your nose when it went off.
What? I would never do something so foul. How dare you accuse me of such a vile act?
Hey, you're right. It is fun annoying him.
Told you so.
I'm scouting ahead.
Oh, heck, Atlas. Slow down. Well, let's pick up our pace anyway. The sooner we get to Little Drink, the better.
Yeah, fair point. Let's go. Oh my God. Are we there yet?
No, Ghoul. Not yet.
Just a little farther.
Why are you guys talking like that?
Need water.
Sleep. Sleep.
Silence. Peace and quiet.
We should be getting real close to Little Drink by now. I sure hope we didn't miss it.
Don't even talk about that right now. Is that?
What? What do you see?
That looks like buildings. Unless it's another mirage. Just to be sure, Johnny, slap me.
What? No, I'm not gonna slap you.
I'll do it.
Don't any of y'all slap each other. It's really there. That's gotta be Little Drink.
Holla friggin' Luya. Let's get inside. Almost there. Almost. Hey, do you see that?
Yeah, that looks like a guard's post. I think I can see someone sitting up there.
Hello there.
Hello, is this Little Drink?
Sure is, stranger. How are you there? Looks like you got yourself quite a party, don't you know?
Yes.
What brings you to Little Drink, strangers? Looks like you had a hell of a time.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long story.
I've got time.
Oh,
Sterling, mind if I take the lead?
you sure you got this?
Of course, trust me. Hi, I'm Crispy. This is Sterling. The bald one is Dave.
Hello.
Hi.
The one-armed kid is Johnny.
Hi.
The redhead with the angry eyes is Siobhan.
Hey!
The super mutant is Atlas, and the robot on his back is Bucket.
Greetings.
Pleasure to meet ya. I'm Tammy. Never seen a super mutant in person before, don't you know? Almost didn't think they were real. Is it true that super mutants eat people?
Not all super mutants eat people.
Have you? My mom, before she died, always said that honesty is the best policy.
A few times. But that was many years ago. And humans taste awful. Most are stringy and taste like slop.
Ah, well, as long as you promise not to do it again, we shouldn't have a problem. Do you promise?
Yes. I promise not to eat anybody.
Good enough for me. So what brings you to Little Drink?
We were captured by raiders and we were being kept as slaves. Somebody started a riot and we managed to escape in the confusion.
Is that so? I don't see any explosive collars on your necks. Usually slaves get collared.
Somebody passed around a device to disarm the collars. Either way, before all that, Sterling was an officer for a mercenary company that contracted me and my team here to put together a radio station, help build up a settlement.
Well, I'm glad you managed to escape slavery, but the only raider clans out that way are Bloody Shannon and her vault. Is that where you escaped from?
Yeah, it is. Last we heard, Bloody Shannon and the rest of the clan leaders were all killed in the riot.
For true? If you're not yanking my chain, they're probably falling apart back there. Oofta. I should definitely tell the mayor about this. But you seem to be telling the truth, so as long as you don't get into any trouble, you're free to enter the town. Hey, Jim.
Yeah?
Hold down the fort. I gotta report to the mayor.
Okay.
I'll make sure to send relief when I get inside.
Thanks.
Eyes peeled, Jim.
Yup.
All right, we may as well walk in together.
Fine with me. Mind if I ask you a few things about Little Drink?
Oh, of course. What do you want to know?
So, who runs this place?
That'd be Phil. He's the mayor. Good guy, that Phil.
Is he your boss?
Nah, that'd be Sheriff Rita.
What can you tell me about her?
Rita's a hard ass. She's always real suspicious of newcomers, but she's kept us safe for the past 4 years. Can't blame her for being protective, even if she does rub a lot of people the wrong way.
I've met a few people like that. Speaking of which, how do people feel about ghouls and super mutants here?
A good question. For once.
We get plenty of ghouls moving through here, and a couple that set up shop. Most folk around here treat them like neighbors. There's a couple bad eggs, but you're not going to be chased out anytime soon.
I'll hold you to that.
As for super mutants, well, we haven't had any super mutants pass through here before. I can't say for sure how people will react. Most haven't heard of super mutants before. Maybe try and stick with your friends here, just to be safe.
I am unafraid of humans.
That's okay and all, but don't be surprised if some of them are afraid of you.
Ah, yes. I am rather imposing. They would be right to cower before my might.
Atlas, has your head always been that big?
Silence, ghoul.
Ooh, I'm so scared.
Perhaps I should remind you how big my hands are as well.
Jeez, keep it in your pants there, Atlas. Does it still even work?
What? What are you insinuating?
Well, you know what they say about guys with big hands, right?
Oh, God! Oh, God! What the fuck? I didn't need that image in my head. Gross. Ugh.
I don't get it. What does it mean?
Remember when we had the talk?
Oh! I get it! You're talking about his...
No, don't say it!
Wait. Ghoul! Cease your tomfoolery! And yes, it does work just fine!
Stop!
You guys sure are a bunch of clowns. You like jokes?
Yeah, of course.
You want to know why we called our town Little Drink?
Actually, yeah. Why is it called Little Drink?
My late father, may he rot in hell, was one of the folk who founded this town, and he managed to convince the mayor at the time to name it Little Drink, you see? It's called Little Drink because we're... It's called Little Drink. It's called Little Drink because we're meanie soda. Ah, that rotten bastard always loved that joke.
Yikes. So, it looks like we're at the front.
Ah, would you look at that? well, I gotta go to the mayor. If you're looking for a place to stay, try Curly's Hotel. It's on the east side of Main Street. He's a good guy, that Curly. Tell him Tammy sent ya.
Will do. Thank you, Tammy.
Oh, and welcome to Little Drink.
So, shall we?
The sooner I get some soap and boiling water, the better. Oh, Too bad I can't scrub out my thoughts.
Tell me about it.
Just shut up and move.
That should just about do it. Finally good to have a real bed under me.
Tell me about it. It feels great being able to just sit down without worrying about whether or not something is trying to kill us.
Damn straight, Johnny. Sterling's probably grateful to have an actual bed to sleep in, too.
And Atlas is probably grateful to have a room with someone who doesn't irritate him constantly. I'm glad they had enough beds for all of us, too.
Yeah, Siobhan seemed to appreciate having a room to herself.
Yep. She seemed pretty adamant about having a room to herself. We don't smell that bad, do we?
Trust me, it ain't about the smell.
I don't think I understand.
Well, part of it is simply she probably doesn't totally trust us. Can't say I blame her. The wastelands are full of creeps, and she grew up around some of the worst kinds. I'm not gonna knock her for wanting a room of her own.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Unrelated, I finished up with some cursory maintenance on Bucket. I don't know how much it'll do, but it'll hopefully be working a little better.
Hey, that's a great start. As long as Bucket is still Bucket, right?
He should be. Let's boot him up and find out. Alright. Bucket, activate.
Activating. Disabling maintenance mode. Awaiting instructions.
Ooh, that sounds promising.
Sure does. How about we have him run the weather forecast as a test?
Good idea. Go ahead, Johnny.
Alright. Bucket, forecast the weather.
Acknowledged. Beginning weather forecast for the week of October 17th, 2287. Currently, the temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit, with a high of 73 degrees and a low of 68 degrees. 12% humidity, slightly cloudy with light winds. Tuesday, the temperature will have a high of 66 degrees with a low of 65 degrees. 27% humidity, overcast with light winds. Wednesday, the temperature will have a high of 67 degrees with a low of 67 degrees. 25% humidity, overcast, scattered showers throughout the day. Thursday, the temperature will have a high of 64 degrees with a low of 61 degrees. 28% humidity, overcast, light winds and scattered showers. Ambient radiation will increase by 5%. Friday, the temperature will have a high of 70 degrees with a low of 66 degrees. 34% humidity, overcast, light winds and scattered showers. Ambient radiation will decrease by 2%. Saturday, the temperature will have a high of 74 degrees with a low of 71 degrees. 56% humidity, overcast, thunderstorm starting around 1400 hours. Sunday, the temperature will have a high of 79 degrees with a low of 75 degrees. 55% humidity, overcast, thunderstorms will end around 1000 hours. Monday, the temperature will have a high of 72 degrees with a low of 7.
Never seen that error code before. Alright, let's see if I can bypass it for now.
70 say agrees day, ordy fay or scent pay, humidity hay, ear clay, ice skay, ith way, ite lay, ins way, environmental ina, adiation ray, ill way, decrease day, ibe, elftway or scent pay, ethay, estimated a, equally way, adiation ray, evil lay, is a, Undition K, Ingray, Environmental Ina, Adiation Ray, At A, Aifse, Evelslay, Avel Tray, Ithway, Ocean K, Orcast Fay, Umplete K, Beginning Bay Agnostics Day, and a Intin Pray, Adelaide Say, and Skay, Error A, Interpray, Otne, Onfe.
Wait a minute, was that Pig Latin? Why is that even an option?
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
Ute, Ide, is a Ute, Ivle, Ute, Ivle, is a Ute, Ide, and a Ime offering say, I a Egbe of a Uye.
I can take care of that later. For now, I kinda just want to lay down.
Fair enough. Ucket Bay, Eepsley?
Acknowledged A. Entering A. Eepsley Olmer.
I'm honestly surprised that worked. Who is...
I told you they were in here.
Atlas, what the hell? What if I was naked?
I'd laugh at your weak, fleshy body.
Fair. What do you want?
Mutant, if you open my door like that, I'll gut you.
I'd like to see you try.
You'd never see it coming.
Would you both just knock it off? We're gonna need more supplies. Food, water, medicine, probably some new weapons. We've still got plenty of caps left. I was thinking we should head into town and see what they have for sale.
Sounds good to me.
I think I'll just stay here and rest some more if that's okay.
That's probably for the best. I'll give you a once-over before we leave, just to make sure you don't drop dead while we're out.
Is that a possibility?
Nah, but your bandages are gonna need changing either way.
Oh, okay.
Anything you need while we're in town?
Well, aside from whatever Siobhan thinks I might need medically, I could do with some tools and parts to start fixing Bucket properly.
Do we have enough in the budget?
After we get the necessities, we'll see what we can do. Make a list.
Can do. Actually,
I'll take care of it.
thanks.
Hey, has anybody seen Dave?
Not since we checked into the hotel. No offense, but what's up with that guy anyway?
Dave tried to take over the station, and the ghoul bludgeoned him with a cooking utensil.
Huh. Okay, I guess.
It's a long story. Kinda. Anyway, I'm sure he's fine. Little Drink seems pretty friendly. Aside from some weird looks, nobody's hassled us yet.
Yet.
I think you'll find that civilized humans are far easier to deal with than violent, drug-addicted, murderous raiders. I'm sure that must come as a shock to you. Just remember, stabbing someone isn't an acceptable form of communication.
I think you'd be surprised at what a shiv to the kidneys can get across. Whatever you're trying to say, they'll get the point.
Ha! Nice.
What?
The pun?
I don't... What?
You know, they'll get the point.
Point. Oh, ow! Oh, for fuck's sake. Pun not intended.
Embrace it. Let the puns into your heart.
Hey everybody. Look over there. Looks like that guy is waving to us.
Why, hello there, strangers. You must be the travelers Tammy told me about.
Oh yeah, that's us. That must make you the big cheese around here.
This is Mayor Philip Marshall. You best be showing him some damn respect, outsider.
Now hold on there, Rita. No need to be so aggressive.
Yeah, sorry. Big cheese is a little too casual. So, Mayor Philip, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Crispy. These are my friends, Sterling, Atlas, and Siobhan. Our friend Johnny is back at Curly's hotel.
It's a pleasure to meet you all as well, and please, call me Phil. This is Rita. She's the sheriff of Little Drink.
You can call me Sheriff, outsiders. As long as you're here in Little Drink, I'll be keeping my eyes on all of you. Especially you, super mutant.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, he kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Won't be hard to miss him.
Tammy said you were a group of jokesters.
It takes a clown to know a clown. Clowns are only good for one thing. Drawing fire.
Lighten up a little, Rita.
How'd you all get here, huh?
Rita!
It's all right, Mayor Phil. We've got nothing to hide. We were slaves for Bloody Shannon and their raiders. Somebody started a riot, we managed to escape in the confusion.
Yes. Tammy did tell me about that. Though no offense intended, I can't help but feel like you've left out quite a bit.
Like you're reading my mind, Mayor. Just give the word and they'll be behind bars before they know what hit them.
Ha!
Niclas!
What you laughing at, Muty, huh?
I don't care how strong you think your guards are. I know I'm mightier than whatever assault you can muster.
You wanna bet?
All right, that's enough now. You there, your friend called you Atlas, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Aw, he just admitted that we're friends.
Silence, fool.
Love you too, bud.
You certainly are a couple of characters. You're rather well-spoken, Atlas.
Yes. My vocabulary is the result of the reading materials I collected during my travels. Unfortunately, I've yet to meet an intellectual equal.
You are an avid reader, then. Any preferences?
I've found I quite enjoy the works of Machiavelli, Voltaire, and Austin.
Machiavelli. I have found that while I have issues with his ideals, the points he puts forward are certainly worth examining.
You've actually heard of Niccolo Machiavelli?
I've heard of him.
And read his works?
Never mind.
I have. I, too, have yet to actually be able to discuss fine literature with someone. Perhaps you'll be willing to join me in my office for a drink and debate.
Mayor, do you really think that's a good idea?
Well, of course.
But he's a damn mutie.
Rita, these people are guests in my town, and I like to make them feel welcome. So, what do you say, Atlas?
That would be quite pleasant. I'll gladly accept your invitation.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'll be looking forward to my afternoon coffee. It'll be nice to share it with someone. As for your friends, is there anything in Little Drink that you were looking for in particular?
Food, clothes, medicine. Just the basics, sir.
How you gonna be paying for that?
Someone who helped us break out gave us some caps.
Ah, of course. Well, Kurtz's general store over there is likely to have exactly what you're looking for. The owner is a good man. Just be careful not to lose yourself. Kurt is one hell of a salesman.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate the help.
My pleasure. And before I forget, welcome to Little Drink. Please, enjoy your stay.
Don't forget, I'm watching all of you.
Thanks, Phil. We appreciate it.
A good day to all of you. Shall we, Atlas?
Please, lead the way. I'll meet you all back at the hotel.
See you later.
Stay out of trouble.
Choke on your coffee!
Well, that wasn't nice.
I'm not nice.
So, how about we find that general store?
Right. I think that's it over there.
Oh, hello. Who are you?
Customers?
Oh, right, that makes sense.
Wait a minute, are you Kurt?
Yup, Kurt Dawson, and this is my general store.
Well, I'll be. Are you related to a Dana Dawson by chance?
Oh yeah, that's my mom. She runs a big trading company, and this is one of her stores.
So you're, Bert's brother then?
Yeah, Bert is my little brother. How do you know him?
Well, your brother ran the general store in Station Hill.
I think that sounds right.
Well,
Yeah, tornado destroyed Station Hill, but don't worry, Bert's all right.
Oh, that's good. Where is he?
Well, he and the other people we evacuated out were sent to an old vault and, well, they're kind of trapped inside it, but it's only temporary. He and the others will get out. Eventually.
Oh, okay.
That That's it?
Yeah.
Ugh. Hey, we're actually here to buy stuff. What do you have?
Oh, that's right. Your customers. Well, what are you looking for?
We're gonna need medical supplies. What do you have?
Medicine? Well, we've got a deal with a medical caravan out from Baltimore that started putting out first aid kits. Each kit comes with prepackaged gauze, needles, and twine. Rubbing alcohol, don't drink it, it'll get you sick, trust me. They also come with a tourniquet.
Tourniquet?
Yep, a tourniquet. They also put in stim packs, painkillers, and a few other things that are useful if you're traveling around and get hurt. We just got a shipment in last week. Go ahead and take a look at one.
Ooh! Wow! Huh! This is a really nice kit. Are they all this clean?
They sure are. And you can get them for the low price of 50 caps each.
What do you think, Siobhan? Is it really worth 50 caps for one of those? Sounds a little steep to me.
This is good, but I don't know if it's worth 50. Could you go any lower?
How about this? For only 10 caps more, I'll throw in a second kit. What do you say?
Huh. That's probably fair. For the stim packs alone.
We can afford it. We'll take the 2 for 60.
Pleasure doing business with you. Looking to buy anything else?
We could definitely use some better clothes.
Clothes? Well, right over here we have our selection of clothing. Due to a deal we have with a local tailor, Kurt's General Goods has some of the finest fashions in Little Drink. I think we should have something in your size, sir.
Whoa, that looks pretty nice.
Go ahead and feel the fabric. It's tough but flexible, and will hold up against the wear and tear of travel in the wastelands.
Yeah, this feels nice, too. How much for something like this?
Well, for a full outfit, shirts, pants, and boots, it averages about 30 caps each. How many do you need?
We're gonna need 5.
There's 6 of us, not including Bucket.
Nothing against Atlas, but I doubt he'd fit into anything here. What's your biggest size?
This here, sir.
There's no way that would fit him.
Right, so we'll need 5. But that's gonna lighten our wallet quite a bit. Are we sure we need full outfits?
Tell you what, I like you guys. I'll knock it down to 20 caps for each outfit, and I'll even throw in the 5th one for free.
That sounds like a bargain. All right, 80 caps sold.
Got anything with a hood?
We're also gonna need food and water.
Of course. Were you looking for travel rations or ingredients?
Travel rations, please.
Well, right over here we have our food section. All of our produce and meat are provided by local hunters and scavengers. We also have ration packs over here. They include a selection of dried meats, fruits, and vegetables provided by local farmers. It's sold by the pound. We've also got a fair stock of pre-war food products that are still good. I may even have a couple MREs buried in there.
That's the most food I've seen in months. How much for a pound of that radstag jerky?
5 caps a pound for the jerky, 7 for the green salt pork, and 2 for the radhopper legs.
I haven't had radhopper legs since they attacked Station Hill. Honestly, haven't exactly missed them.
What's it like?
Like biting into a dried out cornstalk someone hid gristle inside of. Tastes fine if it's cooked right, but the texture, ugh.
I'll take 5 pounds of the radhopper, 4 pounds of the Brahmin, and 3 pounds of that green salt pork. Whatever that is.
You're not just blowing all our caps on meat, are you? And what are those dried fruits?
Ooh, we've got mute fruits for 10 caps a pound, sugared juice rind for 3, and bulb fruit jerky for 4.
2 pounds of each.
Whoa, Sterling, chill. Old world wisdom. Never shop for food when you're hungry. How about you take some of the caps and find somewhere to get a hot meal and leave the rest of this to us?
There's a restaurant at the end of Main Street called the Little Drink Diner. They've got really good food. And a real pretty server lady.
Right. Here, I'll just take a few of these, and if that's all right.
It's okay, Sterling. Go ahead. We'll meet up with you at the hotel, all right?
All right, yeah. I'll see you there.
Hey, if you see Becky working, tell her Kurt said hi.
Uh-huh.
Probably a good idea. Don't want him blowing all our cash and eating it in one day.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we?
Right. Your current total is 225 caps.
All right, and we've got about... how much did you say that was again?
225 caps, sir.
Oh, yikes.
And after throwing in the check-in, he exclaims, "Behold, a man!"
Oh, that's brilliant. His name was Diogenes, correct?
Yes, that's right. Ancient Greece is responsible for many of my favorite pieces of literature.
I'll have to remember that the next time I'm searching through ruins for books. It has been quite some time since I've been able to sit and read.
Yes, I suppose being enslaved would make it difficult to keep up on your reading list.
Yes, but even before that, things were moving too fast for me to settle down with a good book.
What was life like for you around the time that you were able to sit back and read?
Well, those were the earliest days of my current memories. You see, for a time, I was a simpleton conscripted into the army of a warlord.
I couldn't even imagine someone as well-spoken as yourself being a simpleton. What changed?
I was shot through the skull. I believe my natural regenerative abilities repaired my brain in a way that allowed my cerebellum to begin making new connections on the freshly regrown gray matter. Though, that's purely speculation on my end.
Fascinating. Well, I have to be honest, you're the first super mutant I've ever met.
Is that so? What do you know of super mutants?
Only rumors. Now, travelers from the East claim that all super mutants are brutish cannibals, while travelers from the West say that they're dangerously intelligent and inhumanely powerful, or brutish cannibals.
Yes, the original super mutants were highly intelligent. The virus used to create them was a seemingly perfect strain. The subsequent strains after the loss of the first often damaged the minds of the infected while still enhancing their bodies. Anomalies exist. I am one such anomaly, though the majority of super mutants are simple-minded savages.
I see. Well, I'm pleased to have someone as civil as yourself.
You should certainly be relieved to know that I won't be attempting to eat or overthrow you anytime in the near future.
Would you be willing to tell me more about yourself? Perhaps you and your allies as well.
Haha! You've caught me in a pinch. While I certainly enjoy talking about myself, I also enjoy learning as much as I can. Especially about those such as yourself.
People in positions of power?
Yes, but also those I consider intellectual equals.
Oh, why, I'm honored.
You should be.
So, what would you like to know?
I'd like to know more about this town. When was it founded, and who founded it?
Well, I suppose the beginning is the perfect place to start. Little Drink was founded 9 years ago by the survivors of a massacre in Fairbank. We were part of a community that fell apart after our leader tried to kill all of us. Obviously, we weren't keen on the idea of dying, so we revolted. In a twist of fate, one of the leaders' son turned on him and began setting fire to the town. Before long, all of Fairbank was on fire and we survivors fled.
So you've been mayor since then?
Oh, no, I'm the second mayor of Little Drink.
The second? What happened to the first?
A bit of give requires a bit of take in return, don't you think?
Yes, certainly. What do you wish to know?
Now, you said you were conscripted by a warlord. Who were they? And what was life like under their control?
I don't remember what my life was like before I was turned into a super mutant. A super mutant nightkin, a different breed of first-generation super mutant, was the one who turned me by using a pre-war chemical. His name is Macklin.
And what was it like working for him?
Before the injury that restored my intellect, I was happy to serve Macklin. He was smart. He led many super mutants, and he let us do mostly whatever we wanted. After my regeneration, I began to prove my worth as a natural leader and navigator to the other super mutants, and Macklin recognized my talents. For a time, I enjoyed my assignments, searching out new settlements to capture for Macklin to turn into more soldiers for his army, and searching for trails in which we could move the entirety of his forces. However, after a time, I became disenchanted with Macklin's vision after seeing just how often his attempts to turn humans into super mutants failed, and seeing just how much needless destruction we caused under Macklin's orders. I decided that I needed to escape, but I knew that I couldn't live in peace so long as Macklin was still alive. I found a settlement ran by a company of mercenaries and managed to integrate with them and help them prepare to face off against Macklin and his army.
But what happened to the settlement?
During the battle against Macklin, the settlement, Station Hill, was destroyed by a tornado.
How awful.
Indeed. So, I've given. Now it's time to take. What happened to the previous mayor of Little Drink?
The previous mayor and co-founder of Little Drink, Mayor Thomas Nugent, went missing 5 years ago. A few days after his disappearance, Thomas's body was found in the Rare Wash. He'd been drowned. The previous sheriff, Carson, investigated and found that Thomas had fought back, and we all believe that old Thomas was murdered.
Did you ever find the culprit?
Unfortunately, no. The citizens weren't happy about it, with half of them believing that Carson was incompetent and the other half believing that he had something to do with it. Carson was far from incompetent, and the accusations against him were groundless. Despite this, Carson stepped down and sadly drank himself to death a few years ago. Worse yet, a small group of citizens were still unable to shake the brainwashing of our former tyrant, and they believed that Thomas, and by proxy, the rest of Little Drink had been cursed by the god of the Red Wash.
Baseless superstition. While I appreciate human ingenuity and their capacity for intelligence, humanity's capacity for maddening nonsense is truly frustrating.
You're not wrong, my friend. You're not wrong. However, that nonsense is often the foundation of our intellect. It starts with folklore, stories about the origin of fire and the titan who gave it to us. From there, the skeptics begin their search for the truth, and the scientists hypothesize and theorize before presenting their evidence as fact. It starts with a question and ends with an answer. Or at least, it should.
You've given me something to think on. It has been a very long time since a human has managed to make me desire to think on a subject at length.
This has certainly been an elucidating experience, Atlas. Unfortunately, I must bring this conversation to an end. The day is still long and I have much work left to do.
I understand. It has been an utmost pleasure speaking to someone of your caliber, and I hope to do this again sometime.
Why, of course! I must say, the pleasure is all mine, and I too hope to converse with you again soon. In the meantime, I'd like to extend a formal welcome to you and all of your friends. So long as you follow our laws, you and your friends can stay in Little Drink for as long as you need.
That's very good news. Thank you for your time, Mayor. It has been an absolute pleasure. I bid you good evening, sir.
Are you sure you bought enough supplies?
For what I was able to talk Kirk down to, I could have bought more.
Yeah, sure, you could have.
Please, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's chatting people up and getting them to cut me a deal.
You really think you were the one doing the wheeling and dealing? That Kurt guy may have talked slow, but he's smarter than he looks.
Oh, son of a... Oh. Damn it. Oh, I got played.
You literally traded your shoes away for a half pound of jerky.
It was a really good deal.
It was. Until you gave them your shirt, too.
I needed to replace my shoes.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Littering? In my town?
What? No, I just lost grip on our bags.
A likely story.
Come on, cut me some slack. The stuff is heavy. I just need a minute to catch my breath.
A minute to catch your breath? More like a minute to figure out how to undermine my authority.
What the fuck is your problem?
Siobhan, hold on.
No! This bitch has been on our case since we got here! It's one thing to think strangers are up to some shit, but you had to stick up your ass since we went through the gate! So, what is your deal? Why are you acting like a grade A cop?
Siobhan, come on, we're guests here.
You want to know what my problem is? You're strangers. You're traveling with a mutie. You're saying you're escaped slaves, which is 1, a lie, and 2, even if it was the truth, the only place you could have escaped from is Bloody Shannon's vault, which is definitely gonna bite us in the ass. But no, what my problem is you.
Me? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, you. See, the Blood Drinkers, the Surgeons, the Wire Clan, and all the little clans they've gathered together have been a massive thorn in our side since we've settled here. They've killed plenty of our people, raided lots of caravans coming in and going from Little Drink. About a year ago, they really raised hell.
Wait, hold on.
And you know what's interesting? They say that Bloody Shannon, that cannibal psycho bitch in charge of all of them, they say she's got blood red hair. It's one of her most striking features. What's more interesting is that you've got the same damn hair, blood red and all.
But no.
So when I hear that you and yours just so happen to escape from Bloody Shannon's vault, and I see someone who just so happens to bear the same signature look of those degenerate leaders, what do you think I see?
Hey, now hold on a damn second. I get that you're suspicious. I can sympathize with that. Hell, I'd be suspicious too. But that riot started when the Surgeons and the Wire Clan turned on the Blood Drinkers. Last I heard, Bloody Shannon is dead. Now, if you're worried about us being followed, I get that. But we made damn sure we weren't followed. We're not about to put those collars back on. We're not about to screw Little Drink to save our asses. The shit those bastards put us through. It was inhumane. Disgusting. They cut my boy's arm off to get his Pip-Boy. We're just happy to be out of there. We don't want to stay here any longer than we have to. Once we've got our supplies and rested up, we'll be going back home to Illinois. So until then, we'll follow your laws. We'll respect your rules. But all we ask is that you just let us recover. Please. That's all we want.
If Bloody Shannon and her raiders show up here looking for you, I won't hesitate to throw all of you out.
I understand. We'll be out of here as soon as we're well enough to travel.
You've got 2 days. After that, I'll be kicking you out myself.
I don't believe Mayor Phil would appreciate your inhospitable attitude.
Atlas.
I had a wonderful meeting with your mayor. It was the most compelling conversation I'd had in ages.
You beauty. Unlike the mayor, I've dealt with your kind before. You're all nothing but man-eating savages. Just 'cause you talk fancy doesn't mean you're any different than the rest of those big green freaks. If I had it my way, none of you would have made it past the gate. I want you all gone after tomorrow.
Well, according to my new friend, Mayor Phil, my entourage and I are welcome to stay as long as we abide by the law.
I am the law!
I wonder how the mayor would react if he heard you say that. I bet he wouldn't appreciate you undermining his authority.
I'll be watching you. Especially you, girlie. You better watch your steps, outsiders.
What a cliche. Can you believe that?
I found deflating her ego quite enjoyable.
Preaching to the choir there, bud. You alright, Siobhan?
Yeah, let's just get back to the hotel.
Right. Atlas, can you help me carry these?
You've caught me in a good mood. I'll help carry the load. Are these our supplies?
Yep, we should be set for a couple of weeks. Hold on. Ah, hey, Siobhan.
What? Ah! What the hell?
Yeah, I think that hat looks good on you. What do you think, Atlas?
You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig, ghoul.
Fuck you and your fat green ass!
Your foul mouth can't spoil my good mood, you ugly child.
Don't you walk away from me! You'd still be chosen for numbskull if it weren't for me!
There we go. Let's go, guys. Johnny's waiting for us. We're back. You awake, Johnny?
Oh, hey. Welcome back. How did your shopping go?
It went all right. Managed to get us plenty of supplies.
We met the mayor and the sheriff. The mayor is rather pleasant.
And the sheriff?
Oh, fuck the sheriff!
Was the sheriff really that bad?
Yeah, she gave us a hell of a hard time. Threatened to kick us out and stuff.
Until I arrived to inform her that the mayor has welcomed us to stay for as long as we desire.
Huh. The mayor sounds like a pretty good guy.
More than good. Phil is a fantastic conversationalist.
Oh, so you're on a first-name basis with the mayor now.
I am indeed.
Good to know. Hopefully the mayor will help us out if the sheriff keeps harassing us.
Hopefully so. Anyway, it looks like you got us a lot of supplies.
Oh, yeah. I got us a bunch of food, some new clothes, some medical supplies, a couple of guns, and some ammo.
That's great. Were you able to buy anything from that list I gave you?
Yep, right here. I wasn't able to find everything, but I got you the tools you asked for and most of the parts. Couldn't find any legs, but what's up with the arm? The Wire Clan already replaced Bucket's arms with working ones.
These are great. I'll definitely be able to improve Bucket's current condition with these. As for the arm, well, I want to try and build a prosthetic. The arm you brought is a little bare, but that should make it easier to work with.
You're gonna use that to make a new arm? Yeah, that might work.
Is your offer to help with that still open?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't mind helping out with that.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Also, I like your new hat.
Oh, thanks. It's a little floppy, but I think I can make it work.
I still have some energy to burn off, and I'd like to get to know this area a little better if we're going to be staying here for any length of time. I'm going out for a walk.
All right, see you, Atlas. Oh, and if you see Dave or Sterling out there, send them back here. Starting to get a little nervous, what with the sheriff treating us the way she did.
I'll keep an eye out.
Did you need my help with the arm right now?
Not yet. I want to get a little more work done on Bucket before I begin working on a new project.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go for a walk. I need to clear my head.
Hey, be careful out there. Try to avoid the sheriff if you can.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Well, now that I've got the tools and parts, it's time to get our metallic friend up and running again.
Hell yeah! Do you think I'll be able to upload my audio logs onto him soon? My recorder's almost full.
His memory didn't seem to be affected negatively, so I don't see why not. Do you mind helping me with the repairs?
Not at all.
Cool, because I could really use a hand.
Jeez, kid, you're really giving me a run for my caps here with your jokes.
What can I say? I learned from the best.
Wasteland Active Radio is created, written, and produced by Z. Hagen and J. Wilson. Brought to you by the Record button. The roles of Crispy, Bucket, and Kurt are played by Mr. Wilson. The roles of Atlas, Dave, Sterling, and Jim are played by Mr. Hagen. The role of Johnny is played by B. Sewick, and the role of Siobhan is played by B. Egesdal. Special thanks to our guests for this week: H. Wilson as Tammy, A. Wilson as Sheriff Rita, and Niclas Dedorsson as Mayor Phil. Wasteland Active Radio is set in the Fallout video game universe owned by ZeniMax Media and Bethesda Softworks. No copyright infringement is intended. Please support the official release. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your continued support.
And that should do it. Bucket, activate.
Activating. Awaiting instructions.
Bucket, run a quick internal diagnostic scan.
Acknowledged. Scan complete. Internal systems running at acceptable levels.
Well, all right. That's a good thing, right?
It sure is. Bucket's condition shouldn't deteriorate as quickly as it has been once we get back on the road. As for his body, well, I've been thinking, and I want to try and put Bucket into a new body.
A new body? What do you mean?
The Protectron is a pretty solid model of drone robot, but it isn't very mobile, and has a lot of other physical limitations.
Huh. What'd you have in mind?
I was thinking of finding a way to put his internal components into a Mr. Handy. It would make him more mobile, and I'd be able to customize his physical components with less difficulty.
Sounds like a good idea to me. What do you think, Bucket?
I think you should dissolve my components in acid.
I'd rather not.
Suit yourselves.
Well, now that I've got Bucket working better, I should shift my focus onto my prosthetic.
Sounds like a good idea, especially now that we're safe. Oh yeah, didn't you say you'd have a breakdown once we were finally safe?
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? It's gone! My arm! He cut off my arm! I felt everything! Every cut and break! Oh, God!
There we go. Get it out, kid. It's not good to keep that poison inside you.
Cutler! I'll never forgive you! 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 I'll never forgive you!